and welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only, the best pro wrestling football radio show in the universe. I am Adam Carriker. This is Chuck Carroll. I have the largest arms on the D-line. He is the shortest man on earth. Follow us on Twitter at Fourth and Pain. Follow me at Adam Carriker 94. Follow him at the Chuck Carroll.
That's a whole lot of plugs.
Did I get everything in right?
You did. I mean, we got to worry about, smoothing things out a little bit.
Dude, I did marvelous. You're just jealous.
No, I am. You're gunning for my job. But you know what?
No, I'm not.
I'm turning this segment over to you because we have a surprise guest on the line.
That's scary.
I know.
Who is the guest? Who are we interviewing?
It's Chris Cooley, my friend.
It's Chris Cooley. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, guys.
That may have been the worst, intro to an interview ever. That was some
I blame that on you.
College radio shtick.
You're supposed to teach me better than that.
I'll teach you. I'll school you good.
All right.
I'm just happy to be on the show, so I really don't care about intros or anything. I just want to talk to Adam.
Oh, see, you don't matter. You be quiet.
I'm putting my mic off.
I'm just kidding. So how are you doing? What are you up to these days? What have you been doing for the past few weeks, Chris?
I'm just thinking about not killing myself. So,
that's always good.
I'm actually doing well. I've been kind of hanging out. It's definitely a transition for me, but it's a good transition because I'm on my own schedule. I don't have to show up for my Shannon's team meeting at 8 and then have my offensive meeting at 8:42 and then get judged all day while I play football. So I do my own thing, which is really nice. I've been working on some charity stuff, which is cool. I just actually left Redskins Park. I had like a breast cancer event, which I do every year.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit because my wife helps out with that. So talk about that a little bit because I believe your mom had breast cancer. Is that what inspired all this, or how that works?
Yeah, we do a really cool event, and it's grown rapidly over the past 5 years. This is the 5th year I've did it. It started with my mom having breast cancer. Basically, for short. With the Redskins and we invite about 20 women who are currently battling breast cancer and really wanted to show them an awesome time. Like I watched what my mom went through with breast cancer and losing her hair and her appearance changing and her life changing. And I took all of that and I took everything that was good that we did in her life and I try to give 20 women all of these things. So we buy wigs. There's makeup artists there that are doing their makeup. They get these awesome baskets for anything that they need after surgery or for their chemo or for their radiation. And then, and the Redskins are actually so great in this. They give them tickets to the game. These ladies get to come out and cheer us on, the team on while they run out of the tunnel with pom-poms. And it really what it ends up being is a break from their life, a break from the terrible hell that they're dealing with. And it was the 5th year that I've done it. To see all these ladies smile and have a great day is awesome. And that's kind of what that's what it is. We thought it up like 5 years ago, like I said, and do it every year. And it's really been a great event. And the team and the organization and all the people are so involved. Like you said, your wife's there. So many of the wives come. Our owner is there. His wife's there. Bruce Allen's wife's there. So it's a cool thing.
Yeah, my wife has helped out, and every year she comes back, she just tells me how awesome it is, how you can just see it.
She just likes the pink jersey that they give her that says Carriker on the back.
She does like that pink jersey, that's for sure. But she just talks, she's usually pretty emotional, just talking about how these women, how they react, how appreciative they are, how nice it is to just get a break from what it is that their lives have become at this point. And, it usually ends up touching a lot of, not just the women, but the people who are involved trying to help these women. It actually touches a lot of people. It's a very cool thing.
And it's grown so much too. Like last year, the Today Show came and did a whole thing on it, and so it's pretty amazing how this has really transformed into what it is.
Very cool, very cool. How do we make a transition?
It was weird today. Slightly on a football topic, I give them like tours of the building. So we go down and give them the tour of the locker room, and I was like, "This is this is Kirk Cousins' locker. This is not. This used to be my stuff used to be here."
So what is that like?
It's weird. You don't even know. I feel like I was just there, and it's instant change.
What is that like for you now, making the transition from, being an NFL football player for 9-10 years, and now all of a sudden you don't have to go to Shanahan's meetings and the offensive installation meetings and so on and so forth? How are you making that transition back into normal life?
Well, I think the one thing that football really provided me was an amazing platform and relationships to do whatever I want to do in my life. And I'm not sure that I'm done playing football, but I haven't had an opportunity that I like to continue to play. And so I'm slowly moving into what I'm doing. And it's nice because I can be patient. I can wait and see what I want to do, what I like. I don't feel obligated, and I'm not financially obligated that I have to go play. Ideally, I would get to play for the Redskins, and I don't know, that would be awesome. But that's wishful thinking. So I'm kind of doing my own stuff. I have an art gallery and do a ton of events there, and I'm going to try to grow that. And I don't know, Adam, I live here. I've lived here for 10 years. This is my home now. I would love to be a part of the Redskins family. I'd love to stay here, and we'll just see. It'll be fun. I wake up excited every day to see what I'm going to do and what's going to happen, and it'll be fun moving forward. As you know, football ends for everybody, and if it ends for me now, things are okay. I'm happy with my career, and I'm happy with where I am in life.
Well, now, Chris, let me jump in because a former teammate of yours, Philip Daniels, who was beloved here at Redskins Nation and liked the area a lot, he came back and is now working in a managerial role with the team. Is that something that you would entertain in the future?
I think I'll probably stay out of like a managerial role, probably more. The less responsibility, the better for me.
Can you honestly, Chris, in a managerial role?
I think it would be the greatest managerial role ever.
I think it would be very interesting.
Yeah, right. I gotta tell you my favorite Adam Carriker story, and I know it's maybe not his favorite, but
I know exactly what it's going to be.
Oh,
but go ahead. Go right
this.
ahead.
I don't know him well. It's the first year you're here, right?
Yes.
The first year he's here. We go to Arizona for a preseason game that Mike Shanahan gives us the night off. All the starters get the night off of the game, and they give us the night off. So we know we're not going to play the next day. It's just kind of a fun trip. We got to go with the guys. And I'm sitting on the plane, and I look over, and Adam's watching wrestling. And I'm like, what is it? He's really, really watching, like breaking down film of wrestling.
I was watching the DVD of The Rock's career.
I remember that for sure, but the rest of it I've been told, and I start teasing him like, oh my God, what a dork. Look at him watching this wrestling. And I guess I go on and on and on and on. So we're on the sideline the next day, I guess it's the next day, and he's like, do you have a problem with me? I looked at him like, I looked up at him like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, if you have a problem with me, you just let me know. I'm like, I don't. He's like, well, why were you talking trash the whole plane ride? I'm like, I don't know. And I swear he was going to beat me to death right on the sideline. Like, I was actually worried that he was going to pile drive me right there.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Whatever happened, I'm really, really sorry. I actually like wrestling. I don't know why I did that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm watching, and it's a 4-hour plane ride. So the whole ride, I actually drained my laptop. It died on me. I'm watching the whole, like, The Rock's career. And so it's like the whole 4 hours. It's like a 3 DVD disc set. And he at first he's like, oh, what a dork, so on and so forth. We're joking around. Then all of a sudden he starts calling me an effing loser, and he's pretty loud.
You're crossing the line.
You don't even remember. Hey, you don't even remember. Wow. All you remember is what Rex told you the next day after you were like, dude, what's he so pissed about? And then Rex told you. That's what you remember. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm caught off guard because Chris and I have been cool to this point. And then he just turns around and sits down. And so I'm like, I don't know if he's joking. I don't know if he's serious, but you know, when you drop an F-bomb and loser and it's towards me and it's loud, you know, that kind of festered. So the next night I looked him up on the sideline. Like I was ready to go if there was an issue. Because the longer you let me fester, the madder I get. But he literally did not remember. He apologized. He was very politically awesome about it. I don't know, politically awesome is the way I want to say, but he handled it very well for not having any recollection of what happened. But I was ready to go because I was like, dude, I was pissed, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, I felt bad. I still feel like for that event, I owe you a wrestling match. I've seen you as soon as you're healthy. I'm going to dress up as the Ultimate Warrior. I don't know who you want to be, but I feel like I owe you a match.
Oh, that would be awesome.
No, he's apologized more than enough for it. We're good at this point. Don't worry about it. Now,
we became way better friends after that, though.
What'd you say?
I said we became way better friends after that day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times guys got to have a disagreement, then you figure it out, and then you actually become closer. That's just how guys are. See, women, they'll pack and it'll go on for years. That's not how guys operate.
Yeah.
That's why we're cool.
Damn right we are.
Now, do you now you're trying to manage all this information at once, aren't you?
I mean, it's like
compose yourself.
Yeah, I've just been told that Adam Carriker and Chris Cooley were going to scrap on the sidelines of a preseason game in Arizona. Like, how the hell do you transition out of that? I don't care how long you've been broadcasting. There's nowhere to go after that.
Well, we were just talking about breast cancer right before that.
If anything was going to happen, he was just going to beat me down. That's the way that would have went. I know the way that would go from practicing against him, too. I think we had another conversation in the locker room this year after a practice. Adam kind of looped around at the defensive line, and I was supposed to be pass blocking. And I made contact with him, and instantly I thought, there's no way this goes well. And it lasted about a half a second, and he threw me face first into the ground. Like,
nice.
Oh, fair matchup.
I do remember that play. I actually ran the wrong way on that play. I think I was more worried about messing up than I was about being blocked.
And then I was supposed to be pass blocking, and because you beat me so bad, the quarterback had to throw me the ball, so it benefited me as well.
I do remember that very well. Yep, random training camp story right there.
I'll be damned.
Had to adjust my helmet first.
Wow. So, Chris, you said that, maybe you watched a little bit of wrestling growing up. I mean, who was your guy, if any?
My favorite of all the guys was Ultimate Warrior. But, see, I need to do a little more research on New Age wrestling, but because I'm like Hulk Hogan, Jake the Snake, Ultimate Warrior. I like Andre the Giant, too. I don't know how you could not like Andre the Giant.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nah. Andre is cool. Of the group, of course, Hulk Hogan, he's still pretty active. He's on TNA Wrestling on Thursday nights.
Was that a question?
No, I'm just stating facts. I mean, typically somebody picks it up from there.
Dead air after that.
Thank you for the statement. Now what do you want to talk about?
Well, last thing before we let you go, we always let the guests ask Adam any question. And so perhaps, Chris, we're going to turn the tables over to you.
This should be fun.
Anything in the world that you want to ask Adam, now is definitely the time.
What do I want to ask Adam?
Anything in the world.
What I want to ask Adam is how much are you going to be at Redskins Park over the next year?
Well, I'm actually going to be there every day throughout the season, rehabbing and so on and so forth, just trying to get better lifting. Come January, I'm hoping I'm to the point where I can go back to my off-season home and just, do what I normally do and then come back in mid-April just like everybody else. But I need to get to that certain point, especially with my rehab.
Oh, one more question. I need to find somebody that knows how to shoot a turkey. Do you have any turkey hunting skills?
Dude, honestly, everyone thinks I was born and raised in Nebraska. I'm a city kid, and I've been hunting once in my life, and that was illegal pigeon hunting. That's just because I'd never been, so I'm not the guy to go. I mean, you can take me, I'll go, but I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry.
Well, it's going to be in my backyard because I just found like 8 wild turkeys, and I think that I want to eat one.
I have a sneaking suspicion that either Nick Sundberg or Chad Dukes could probably help you out with that.
I think
Chad Dukes can shoot a turkey, you think?
Oh, Chad Dukes loves him some firearms, Chris Cooley. Chad Dukes is a firearm aficionado.
I learn new things about friends every day. I did not really know that about Chad.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely reach out to him and say, hey, I got some turkeys to kill. I got a sneaking suspicion he's your guy.
I will call Chad this afternoon. Sweet. And maybe then he could put me on his show after I call him as a friend, too.
Well, sweet. If you want me to come over, I'll still come over. I won't be able to help much, probably. If they're a point-blank range, I can get them.
He said Adam's such a big guy. He ended up feeling bad and, going down and hugging the turkey.
Oh, my God.
Really sorry.
This is just out of control now.
Wow. Well, we should end this here.
I know. You had to know that when you called me, the interview was probably going to go different than other interviews.
I expected nothing less. You have reached my anticipation level, and I'm very proud of this interview.
Wow, this has been fun.
I'm not going to lie.
Fun. Chris, thank you so very much for your time, man. Wish you all the best in the future, and hope to see you back on the field sometime soon.
And you guys are awesome. Thanks for having me. Good luck.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks. This is Fourth and Pain. We'll be right back.